What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trick Tennis. This is the well-built 1860 Big Boat, Big Build episode 3. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this episode. First two episodes did great. We put a lot of metal into this boat. We made a lot of progress on this thing. Well, now I have all the hatches back from powder coat. I've got the turf already getting cut. Should be here next week. We got the thing scanned, and it's going to be a sick build. Now, we're using a new supplier for our turf. We're getting our turf from Nick Kingston over at Fabrics Direct for You. This is the first time I've gotten any CNC cut turf from him, and it's also the first time that I'm going to be using marine matting. So we got two new things going on in this project already. We got a new colorway for the hatches. We got like a sparkly white on those, never used that colorway before. And I'm getting ready to paint the actual outside of the boat myself right now. So I'm gonna pull this thing outside. I already got it cleaned up. Austin cleaned this thing up really well. We've got sanded it down, as you guys saw in a clip a second ago, and it's prep. That's the hardest part. Now I just gotta go take this thing outside and paint it. So it doesn't really have to be too crazy because we're getting it wrapped. It's another thing. We got a wrap that's coming. I already got the proof for that sent over. We're gonna make a couple little tweaks with it, and I think should be ready to go within the next couple weeks. So I'm hoping that this entire project from start to finish should be done in the next 2 weeks. I mean, that's the game plan. But there's a lot to do, guys, a lot going on. So I'm gonna put you all on the hyperlapse. We're gonna pull this thing outside. I'm gonna go ahead and get at least one coat of paint on it, and we'll circle back. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, so that was no fun at all whatsoever, but man, I mean, it looks really good. I mean, I crushed it again. If I can paint like this with paint cans, you guys just wait. Once I get set up and start playing around the HVLP gun and get me sprayers and a little boost set up, well, I'm gonna become a badass painter, I'll tell you that much. I want to have the ability do lots of flake and sparkle and all that good stuff, but I mean, dude, for a rattle can, it turned out great. And look, you can see it up around the side right here and a little strip on the bottom. And the reason for that is because all this is getting wrapped. We got the proof for the wrap approved, so they're probably gonna be ready to do that at least within the next 4 or 5 days. And it's simple. We just left that area open for them. They'll wrap that. All you're gonna see is top little lip. And you might see a little bit around the edge. That's why I painted it white, but transom's done. It looks slick, man. I did inside everything. And the whole side's down around the inside. Now I did some of these areas in here, you can see like around these corner seams, because we're not coming in here with the sheet turf where we're gonna be wrapping everything around. We're using pieces. This is all CNC cuts. This is the first time we're using the marine mat, so I'm not really sure exactly how tight some of these pieces are, but I can tell you this much, there's gonna be a piece that goes here. And then there's gonna be another little piece that goes here. And there's gonna be a piece that comes across his face, right here. There's gonna be another piece back here, and so on and so forth. All these little pieces, so obviously you're gonna see like these strips right here. That's why I painted that white. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's gonna be tight and touching, but I doubt it. I think you're probably gonna have a little gap in there. But I did get inside of this back transom area painted. Don't think I'm gonna paint inside of there. Might just turf inside of there. And I did paint in front of this big compartment up front. This is where his batteries are gonna go. So I'll probably put some turf in the bottom of that too, once I get it all finished up. So that one's painted. This one's not. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I might come back and paint this. I mean, this hatch is humongous. It's a gigantic storage hatch. This thing is so deep. It's like 2 foot deep. I did build a bin for that. So it's gonna be kind of cool. Look, 6-inch drop-in bin that fits inside of this hatch right here. So he can put a bunch of tackle in it. And if he wants to just grab that thing and pull it out, he put handles on it, and he can set it up here on the deck, and then he'll have access underneath there to store a lot of bigger, bulkier items and stuff like that. So pretty cool. Regardless, guys, paint's done. We're gonna let this dry for at least a day or two, and then we'll pick up and we'll start doing some of the wiring in this big beast. Let's get back to work. Alright guys, so we are on the way to go pick up the boat from AG Wraps. I dropped the boat off 2 days ago. I just got a phone call from them and said that it's ready to go. Kind of exciting. They always do a good job. They have wrapped pretty much every boat that I've ever had wrapped, and I got no complaints. So we're gonna go pick this thing up, guys. We'll circle back when we get there in just a minute. Whew, she's looking good. I didn't realize how much I was gonna like it until I saw it firsthand, but dude, check that thing out. It looks so good. Shockwave. It killed it, man. It's almost the same exact white too. It just matches perfectly, man. So cool, look at that. Almost like sparks in the water. Electric only, the Shockwave. All right, I'm gonna go inside and sign my paperwork and take this thing back to the shop and then put the rest of this stuff together. And then we're gonna get it off to Shane Flint Outdoors. All right, guys, so we made it back to the shop. Man, this thing just looks really good. I'm really digging it. So look, you can see that this is wrapped up here, and it's the same exact color white. I was worried about that because, I mean, you know how whites work. You can have one wall in your house painted white and then the ceiling painted white, and they don't match. So yeah, I was pumped. That's so close. I mean, you can't really tell the difference between this and this. I'm happy because I was worried, but it looks really good. And they did a great job installing the thing. I mean, it's wrapped up tight and cut around these wells. Now, those are not my wells. Those are the stock wells. My wells look a lot better than that, but it's nice and shiny. I really like the colorway of it, man. I mean, like this light bluish, like turquoise, is probably one of my favorite colors, so I think it really sets it off. He kind of threw this green in here last minute. Shane wanted to add that, and it looks cool. Personally, I think that maybe these letters should have been completely in front of the green, so it was more like smoke behind it. Regardless though, I mean, you can see what it says, you can read it easily, and it looks really cool. The Shockwave is alive, and now it's time for us to get back to work, guys. Back end's really cool. That whole like area right there, I really dig those colors. Coming into the blue, the splashes and stuff, man. I wasn't sold on this at first when Shane started telling me about what he wanted, but I think it turned out really good, and I knew that AG Wraps would find a way to make his dreams reality. Here we are. So I'm gonna put you guys on the hyperlapse. I'm gonna start putting some of the plumbing hoses and stuff in, and we're gonna turf inside of these hatches right here. The rod locker supporting starboard. Now we do have this turf right here. This is some cheap Amazon stuff. He brought me 2 sheets of this, and since we already had 2, I went ahead and picked up 2 more. I think they were like maybe 40 bucks a piece. They're 8 foot by 16 inches. Should be enough for us to do both these rod lockers. At least both of those will look the same. Then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do inside of this big battery compartment and this big storage compartment and the rear bench, because I want to put some turf in there too, but obviously we don't have enough of those rolls to do all that, and these are big pieces, so I'll probably just pick up another little sheet or 2 and get that going. Anyway, guys, I'm going to put y'all back on the hyperlapse. Let's get back to work. All right, guys, so we make a lot of progress, man. This thing looks killer. This wrap and the paint just really looks good together. The whole back deck area is finished up. I still got to put a couple little sheets, of fillers just to bring this up to the same height. But we got our panels on the sides finished up. This back hatch. We got the bilge installed on a bracket. Ran out the side. This gigantic electrical wire in here. I mean, this stuff is literally like 5/8 of an inch outside. It's the biggest wire I've ever used in a boat. That's for his electric outboard, and we've got that ran up all the way into the battery compartment in the front. Looks good. I got a lot of wiring to do still. Has to be the next stage of the game before I put the rest of this metal work in here. I have pretty much every piece of metal in the boat that I'm comfortable installing besides that hatch. I'm gonna put that one in there until I get all the electrical done. And I want to leave myself room, like especially over here. This is gonna be his electrical panel hatch. The top of this is still open. I don't think I'm gonna have to run any wires up through there, but just in case, I don't wanna put that in yet. And then on my filler pieces for this side, I wanna leave this open in case I need to get in there and pull some wires or something. Obviously, we're gonna have wires up inside of here. Now that's our big cable I was telling you about for the electric outboard. And I got another hole here where I can run more wires if need be. Same thing, holes up on this side over here. I'm gonna put some holes through this front of this deck because we got this gigantic trolling motor on here. And we're gonna run wires up through here to connect into these batteries for his graph, this trolling motor, live scope. We're gonna have the black box in there probably, so lots of wiring to do, but man, this thing just looks so sick. I really like this. This thing is really, I mean, it's badass, man. But you can see the way they got this thing set up. This is all like how he had this thing when he brought it to me. He's got the GT56 transducer here. It's built in. And then right above that, this one has a bracket that you can get with this trolling motor. Attaches right to it to hold your live scope transducer. And this makes a humongous difference with these style trolling motors that don't have like the full swing arm bracket. This one just tips up and drops down, kind of the same way that the Tarovas and the Alteras and stuff do. And having this run inside of here, I mean, that's a transducer cable right into the side of the motor, and it runs right through the shaft, and it comes out the head up there. I mean, that is a game changer with this style motor, because obviously this thing flips up, and then this whole shaft deploys through the center of that to go down and get into the water. And having that cable inside of there means that we don't have to worry about having it up on top of this with some type of bracket to keep it from getting all bunched up and pinched up. So Garmin, y'all killed that. That is super sick. I would not be surprised if every trolling motor this style starts coming this way. I mean, it's a great idea. And it's just sick, man. I mean, it looks so cool. Super aggressive. I'm a Garmin guy. I think Garmin's at the top of the food chain. I've never used a power pole trolling motor before. They look like they're pretty nice too, but they're pretty expensive too. But we got these double row LEDs, nav lights up here. And I moved them back like that in the center on both sides. just because we got that big bracket for the trolling motor over here, and I think it looks better like that. So these are already installed, wires are pulled, just got to be connected and ran into the switch panel. These are our little day box hatches, symmetrical, both sides. Probably throw a piece of turf inside of there. And then these rod lockers, symmetrical both sides. These turned out really cool. Now inside of here, we have some, it's called F Ocean foam. I don't know if it's Focean. I don't know. It's Amazon stuff. It was cheap. He brought me 2 sheets of it, and I bought 2 more sheets to finish it out, and I think it looks really cool. I mean, I've never used a diamond pattern like this. It's impossible to get it to line up, but we did put the whole floor piece in there as one piece, and the side pieces are one piece, so I think it looks really good. Let me hop up in here. It's gonna be cool to have that diamond pattern in there on both sides because it's something different. And look, this one over here, same deal with the turf, but I made this little trap door in here because all of the pumps and the fittings are in here for his live well. Got the flow right valve right there. So it's kind of important to have this door right here because without it, well, you're not going to be able to access any of this stuff down here. So we had to have that. And I think it's kind of cool because it's hidden underneath this rod locker, and I'll probably put like a little set screw in 4 corners just so it doesn't bounce around on him while he's trailering it. But yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. That gives him access to all the pumps and stuff, and it's pretty much out the way. No one will ever know that it's there unless he tells them about it. He's got big rod lockers, man. Port and starboard rod lockers. Obviously, this is our electrical pin right here. We're getting ready to drop all these batteries in here. He's got 5 batteries that are going in here, 2 big 24-volt batteries just for the outboard, and then he's got actually 6. He's got 4 more batteries that are going in here, 3 for that trolling motor and 1 for all his electronics. So he's got 6 batteries going in this thing. We're gonna have 3 chargers in here, the black box. I don't know, we'll probably have some more stuff in here, but when I was doing the layout on this, the way that we're gonna set this up, I think we're gonna have like 2 batteries, port and starboard, battery tender in the center. Then we're gonna have a tender and 2 more big batteries right here in the center. It's gonna leave him like a little space in here. It's basically gonna be like 1 foot by 20 inches or something in between these batteries that's gonna be open. So it doesn't have a lot of extra space inside of there. This hatch though is super deep. This is the one that we just turfed. Now, I didn't have enough of that Amazon foam to do this, so we went ahead and we did this one with a sheet of gray cut groove hydro turf, and this thing is humongous. I mean, this is like 20 inches down, and it's 35 by 18 and a half, so lots of room. And we're gonna have a pan inside of here I made. It's about 5 inches deep that fits inside of the hatch, and it's removable. So he'll have lots of storage underneath there. You can put some more storage on top of it and have a removable tray in there. It's gonna be sick. And right behind that is his live well. You can see we got that plumb. Everything's ready to go with that. So we're at a good point with this build. Basically just waiting on the turf, and while we're waiting for the turf, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up all the electrical in here, and then when we circle back, hopefully we'll see the final reveal, and we'll be putting the outboard on and the last couple bits and pieces of the puzzle. You guys get to see what this thing looks like when it's all done. Definitely a sweet project though. Humongous boat. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this one right here. I got a lot of stuff done in this episode. The paint job, the wrap. We got lots of stuff installed as far as all the finished work goes. We are down to the wire, literally, the wire. We got lots of wires that are going into this rig. Electric only rigs, got lots of batteries. Next episode, I'm gonna finish up everything. It's gonna be the final reveal video. Now, I was thinking about just riding this whole thing out and giving y'all like an hour-long video, but I think it's gonna be cooler because so many people have been asking me about this project. They want to see a new episode, so this is part 3. Part 4 is gonna be the final reveal. It might be another week and a half, 2 weeks before I actually get the turf to install on this rig, so I figured I'm gonna go ahead and drop this video to you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all are sticking around and following with the progress of this build. This is a humongous boat, sweet build. Shane Flint Outdoors. Go check him out on YouTube, follow him, subscribe to his channel because he's gonna be using this thing indefinitely, and I'm interested to see what it's gonna do out on the water. He's gonna be running charters out of this thing. He might have a bunch of people in here at one time and they might just be slaying the fish. Either way, guys, it's gonna be a badass project. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hit that like, subscribe button, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I'll see y'all next time. Let's get back to work.